All right, so we're going to start today in a child's pose. As you come into child's pose, your toes are touching, your knees are nice and wide. You're just going to meander down to the mat in a comfortable position. It's a wonderful way to start, to welcome yourself to your mat, to take a moment to tune into your breath, and maybe think of remind yourself what brings you to your mat this morning. So today I'm thinking we're going to dedicate our class to just moving forward. There's no point in going backwards. We're just going to move forward. I look forward to what is ahead of me these next 9 days. And we should always kind of look forward to what's ahead. Never dwell on the past. Unless it's a really cool thing. All right. Just take some deep breaths in, let the side of your body expand, let that spine get nice and long. And then as you exhale, just sink deeper, deeper, deeper. Always remember the block is yours to use as a prop anytime you think you might need it. And to always listen to how you feel. From child's pose, moving up to tabletop position, hands and knees. Bring the knees to turn in towards the wrists, the hands rooted right to the floor. Let's go ahead and start with our cat and our cows. Thinking of cat here. No mushu, you cannot bite me. All right, inhale, drop the belly down and just lift the heart. And then exhale, draw the navel in and roll the spine right to the sky. Let's go again. Inhale, drop down. So you might see that the range of motion is not really big at the beginning of class. Just go with the flow here. Let your body move as it is willing and able to. Fantastic. How about we do one more? And then just coming right back to neutral. Take a couple hip circles, moving the hips towards one heel over towards the other, moving your weight forward towards your hands, one wrist than the other. And then maybe just pause for a moment and go the opposite way. Beautiful. Coming back to the center, let's go ahead and tuck the toes underneath us. Lift your kneecaps up to hover. And then slowly move up to a downward facing dog. As you come into your down dog, let your head just hang freely. The belly gets drawn in and your hips move up towards the sky. Walking your dog, bending one knee at a time. Take your time and just enjoy the depth of the stretch. And then finally, make your way right back to stillness. Spreading the hands nice and wide. Creating a baby grip on your mat to relieve pressure in the wrists. Lifting the heels, drift forward towards a plank pose. And then just slowly move back to down dog. Let's do that about 3 times, just drifting forward. Warming up our body. Tuning into its strength. And then finally back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, just soften the knees. Walk your hands towards your feet. As you come into a forward fold, collect your elbows in your hands and just bring your body to your thighs. Let your head hang towards the floor. Shifting the weight slightly to your balls of your feet. Lift the hips just a little bit higher. Shake the head no. And nod it yes. Maybe rock the baby, moving your elbows side to side. And then just rotating them a little to the right and left. And then releasing the fingertips to the floor. Keep the right fingertips down, the right knee bends deep, and then slowly lift the left arm up. One more inhale. Exhale, let's switch it. So bring the left hand down, bending the left knee, glide the right arm up towards the sky. One more inhalation, and then exhale, hands back down to the mat, walk forward to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, lift the right leg straight up to the sky, bend the knee, stack and open the hip. Move the ankle around, go the other way. Let's do one nice big hip circle. So drop the knee towards the floor, pull it forward, lift it back up and over. And then straighten it out and place it down. Inhale, the left leg lifts up. Knee bends, stack and open up. Move the ankle around, go the other way. And then lifting the foot towards the sky. Let's go ahead and create one big circle, pulling it in, around and open. And then straighten it out and put it down. Walking forward this time towards the front of your mat, just tippy toe, take baby steps. Doesn't matter, come up to the front of your mat, rise halfway, flat back, and then exhale, fold back down. Softening the knees, just root the feet and lift to rise, lifting the fingers towards the sky to a standing bridge, and then glide the hands to the heart and bow your head. Breathe in right here, and long breath right out. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, open wide, a big, beautiful swan dive forward. Inhale to a half fold. Exhale, fold back down. Soften the knees, root to rise. This time placing the hands together, arms next to your ears. Inhale, lift tall to the sky. Exhale, tip to the right hand side. Inhale, come back to the center and exhale over to the left hand side. Inhale, back to the center, open the arms and bow forward. And then inhale, rise halfway, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift to rise, bring the hands to touch. Bring the right foot behind the left foot. Inhale, reach tall, exhale, tip right. Inhale, come tall, exhale, open the arms and bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. As you exhale, hands touch down, step back with the right foot and then the left foot, downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Left foot steps behind it. Inhale to a half fold. Exhale, fold. Exhale, soften the knees, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart as your feet come back together. Inhale, arms reach up. Place the left foot behind the right and exhale, tip to the left hand side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open and fold. Inhale to a half fold. Exhale, touch down, step the left foot back and then the right to downward facing dog. One breath right here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Right foot right behind it. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring those feet back together and bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, soften the knees, touch down, step back to plank. This time, hold your plank pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg to the sky and then drift forward to a one-legged plank. Take a moment to hold right here. One more breath. And then exhale, lift your leg back up. Bring it forward, place the foot near your right thumb. Drop your knee to the mat. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, pull the elbows down as the hips move forward. Inhale, back it up. And exhale, bring the hands right down to the mat. Hold here. Nice deep lunge. Fantastic. Just a bit of movement, a little side to side. Let's wake up our hip flexors here. Perfect. Tuck the back toe underneath you. Lift the knee off of the floor and step it forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Soften the knees and root to rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open wide, bow forward. Inhale, long spine, half fold. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Lifting the hips, down dog, lift the left leg to the sky. As you exhale, come forward to a one-legged plank and hover. Hold right here, feel the strength. Squeeze that back leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lifting the left leg back up. Bring it forward, place it down next to the thumb of the left hand. Dropping the back knee to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips glide forward. Pull the elbows down. Now inhale, back it up. Exhale, bring both hands down to the mat and find low lunge on this side. So enjoy, just move. Very nice. Tucking the back toe underneath you, pull the knee off of the floor and then step it forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Soften the knees and root to rise. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, open wide, bow forward. Inhale, long spine, half fold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, pull the knee towards the right elbow, hover there. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Push it all the way back up. And then bring it back in and put it down. Drop the back knee to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, glide forward, pull the elbows down. And this time, simply back it up, hook your right thumb behind the left thumb. Pull those hands apart with the thumb holding tight. Feel that resistance. From here, tuck the back toe, lift the knee off the floor. High lunge and hold. One more breath here. And exhale, release the thumbs, twist to the right hand side. One breath here. As you exhale, place the left hand on the floor and move right into a twist. One more inhale. And exhale, bring the top hand to the floor. Push and step forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, root to rise. And hands back to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open wide, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. And exhale, hands touch down, step back to down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, pull the knee to the right elbow. Move forward and hover for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Press it back up. And then bring it in and put it down. Dropping the back knee to the mat. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, pull the elbows down as you glide forward. Inhale, back it up to neutral, hooking the left thumb behind the right, and then try and pull those hands away from each other. Tucking the back toe underneath you, slowly lift the back knee off the floor. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, release and twist left. One inhale here. Exhale, reach down to the floor and add the twist. Bringing the hand back down to the mat, push and step it forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Take 2 fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Bend the knees if you need to, so your belly just rests on your thighs. But if you can begin to pull the hips to the sky and straighten the legs a bit, take a breath and pull your body away from your legs. Look forward. Exhale, pull the elbows out to the side walls as you pull your head towards the floor, the hips towards the sky. Padangusthasana. Beautiful. Softening the knees. Release your fingers from your toes and walk your feet out one more half step. So they're pretty wide here under your hips. Now bending the knees, go ahead and reach the arms up. So it's a wide-legged chair pose. We look like a skier here, taking it, reaching up, but we're going to bring our hands down and reach back. Hold right here. Feel the shifting of the weight. Lift your toes up a moment. Put them right back down. Fantastic. So let's sweep the arms right back up. And then hands to the heart, and we'll just simply fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to a full plank pose. In plank pose, right knee comes to the right elbow, left to the left, right to the right, left to the left, right to the right, left to the left. Once more each way. Fantastic. And then hips up, hips back, down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Bringing the right foot outside the right hand, left foot outside the left. Take a deep squat, adjust your feet as necessary. Malasana, have a seat. Just enjoy this. Rather than sending all your weight forward, see if you can pull your shoulders up just a little taller. Gaze straight ahead. Face your palms to the wall in front of you. Bring the hands down to the mat. We're going to pick our hips up and shift our weight forward. We're going to bring our knees high up onto the tops of those arms. We're just going to rock forward as far as you comfortably can go. If you are into doing a crow pose, take a crow, but otherwise just feel that shifting of the weight. Maybe lift your toes, put the toes on the floor, make it a little more challenging. And then shift all the way back to your Malasana. Fold yourself in half. Turn the toes to face the front. Soften the knees, lift and rise to stand. Hands to the heart as we take proper chair pose. Nice and deep. Hands at heart. Breathe in. Exhale, twist right. Keeping low, bring the hands back to the heart with a breath. Exhale, twist left. Returning to center, stand tall and reach to the sky, standing bridge, fall back, hips forward. And then slide the hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, open wide and bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Pause and plank pose. And this time, pulling the elbow into the rib cage, drift forward. Remember, we're always moving forward, and then slowly in a plank, lower to the mat. Touch down that belly, untuck the toes, bringing the upper body off the floor, let the palms of the hands just hover. Lift the lower body off the floor as well, and hold. And then touch everything down. Pushing just with your hands, lift all the way up. Take a breath. Let it go, looking straight ahead, pulling the shoulders back towards the hips. Touch back down. Bring the hands back by your side with your palms on the floor. Pushing the hands into the floor, lift the lower body. And then lift the hands and reach them towards your feet. Gaze forward. Touch down. Bringing the hands back to the front of the mat. Go ahead and push back up to full cobra pose. Breathe in and breathe out. And then slowly touch all the way down. And let's bring our right foot in towards your glute. Reach back and grab your ankle. Bring your left foot in and reach back and grab your ankle. If you cannot reach your ankle, you're just going to bend your knees and you're going to reach back. As you inhale, push the feet towards the sky, let the body lift. Perfect. Slowly dropping down. Bring the hands back to the front. Rest your forehead on the top hand and let your knees just tick-tock, your feet tick-tock side to side. Coming back to the center, bring your feet to the mat. Lift the head, pull the elbows in. Prepare for low plank. So start by taking those feet, tucking them under and pulling your legs and kneecaps off of the floor. Slowly begin to lift the middle of your body to a beautiful plank pose right here and hold. 4-10, 4-9, 4-8, 4-7, 4-6, 4-5, 4-4, 4-3, 4-2, and 4-1, touch down. Breathe in, release those toes, a big sigh out, round number 2. Tuck and lift, and then shift and lift to low plank. Hold right here, 4-10, 4-9, 4-8, 4-7, 4-6, 4-5, 4-4, 4-3, 4-2, 4-1, touch down, release your toes. Inhale, nice and big, look forward. Exhale, just let it go. And round number 3. Tuck and lift, shift and lift the body. Hold right here for 10, 4-9, 4-8, 4-7, 4-6, 4-5, 4-4, 4-3, 4-2, 4-1. Touch back down, untuck those toes. Just place the hands down in front of you and really push up tall. Big breath. And then release. Bringing the hands closer down towards your rib cage. Pull the elbows back, come up to full cobra. Tuck the toes underneath you. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale, the right leg comes to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and open it up. Inhale, straighten it. Exhale, pull it in, put it down, and spin the back heel. Inhale to warrior 1. Once again, let's place the right thumb behind the left, hook them together, and gently try and pull them apart. And then keeping that sensation, the shoulders squeezing behind you, release the thumbs and let the fingers just hang towards the sky. Slide your knee towards your pinky toe a tiny bit more. 1 breath here. Exhale, warrior 2. Open it up. Beautiful. Looking towards the right hand, the front hand, past those fingertips. Maybe take a little peek down to your leg. Make sure that knee's not caving in, but it's pushing towards the back side of your mat. Breathe. Perfect. Take the front heel, lift it off of the floor, push the hip lower. Now keeping the hip right where it is, gently put the heel back down. Be surprised how much further you can go with baby steps. Inhale, back it up to a big peaceful warrior. Take the hand behind you and hook it onto the hand in above you. Pull it down towards the mat and hold. Keeping those hands connected, full circle all the way down till your arm touches the elbow. Release and take side angle. Perfect. Lifting that right arm up as well. Return yourself to the center. Drop back into that beautiful warrior 2, and then take that front backhand, sweep it to the front, reaching up, we're returning to warrior 1. Reach down to the mat, then the heel, step back to downward facing dog. And we'll take our first chaturanga now. So inhale, just in one movement, come forward, and then lower, and then cobra, and then down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and open the hip. Inhale, straighten it back up. Exhale, bring it in, put it down, spin the back heel. Rise to warrior 1. Hooking the left thumb behind the right, gently give them a little tug. Move that front knee closer towards those pinkies. Take 1 more breath here and then let the thumbs go. Stay right here. One more breath here, and then exhale, open up, warrior two. Beautiful, should be a really nice form now. So keep the vision forward towards those front hands. Move that, push that leg slightly towards the outside. You've got this. Drop those shoulders, feel the space everywhere on this pose. Now let's take it to a peaceful warrior. So back it up and let the top arm come back. Once you've reached your limit, take the back hand, connect the fingers to the top, and pull down gently. Take one more breath, and then slowly begin the transition to side angle. Keeping the hands connected until you get close to that front leg, and then let them go and take your side angle pose. Bringing that left arm up as well now. Slowly bring yourself back to the center and then drop back to warrior two. Sweeping the back hand to the front, back to warrior one. Step, put your hands down on the mat and step back to a plank pose. Then inhale, drifting forward, exhale, lowering. Inhale, moving into cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and then just simply let it go. Inhale, right leg goes up once again. Exhale, bend the knee and open up the hip. Inhale, straighten it. Exhale, pull it in and put it down. Bend the back heel, rise to warrior one, open up to warrior two, and pull the front leg straight. Inhale, feel your body lift so it's floating towards the sky. And then as you exhale, start to reach to the wall in front of you. Once you can't go any further, that's when we start to tip it over. Find your triangle pose right here. Looking down to the floor. Let's keep that top arm up today. Take your fingertips, soften this front knee until you can touch the floor. Step in, shift forward, half moon pose. Now in half moon pose, our fingers are on the floor or you're on your brick, however you can do it. If you want to add a challenge today, I encourage you to come to the very tips of your fingers or float the hand a little off of the floor and really challenge that balance. Fantastic. Touch back down with that hand, bring the top hand down to the floor. Pivot around and just take a standing split. Maybe that right hand can catch the calf of the left and pull yourself a little closer. Both hands touch down, the front knee bends, step all the way back. Find your plank pose, one breath and plank. Exhale, drift forward and lower. Inhale the cobra and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, bend the knee and open it up. You've got this. Inhale, straighten it and exhale, pull it in and put it down. Spinning the back heel, bring yourself to warrior one. Open up right away to warrior two. Perfect. Straighten the front leg. The spine, that space, lift tall through the center, exhale, glide forward as far as you can go, and then slowly tip it over to triangle pose. Making the transition to half moon pose, bring that front hand down, soften the knees, and just step forward one or two steps right into half moon pose. Once again, challenge and do a floater here, floating Ardha Chandrasana. And then touching back down, standing split, just pivot around. Maybe catch the left calf with your left hand in order to pull your body closer to that leg. Really lift that top one up and squeeze every muscle in that top leg. Fantastic. And then touching back down, soften and step all the way back to plank pose. One breath in plank, drift forward, and then exhale, lower. Inhale the cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. Gazing to the front of your mat, bring your feet forward. Take a full squat down. Stay here a moment. Lift your heels high off the floor. We're going to bring our hands to our thighs and lifting our shoulders up and back. Bring the hands to heart. You'll feel shaking in the legs, really challenging yourself to stay right here. If your knees can't handle this, please skip this and just have a seat. We'll be with you shortly. Both hands touch back down and just let your body begin to fall back onto the bench, onto the mat with your legs extended directly in front of you. Perfect. All right. Dandasana staff pose. Pull the toes towards your knees. So you feel your legs lengthening, but your toes pull them in. Place the hands underneath, right at your hips. Push the mat away from you and lift the shoulders tall. Squeezing the shoulders back. Begin to let them drop towards the mat. And finally, pay attention to your sitting bones rooted deep in the mat. Yet at the same time, your crown of your head is floating upwards and your belly is pulling inwards. Perfect. Inhale, reaching to the sky. Exhale, letting the whole body come forward. Reaching wherever you can on your feet or on your ankles, keeping the back as straight as you can. Breathe in. And then exhale, just let the body come forward and bow down. Gazing back forward, find your way back to seated pose, but bring the right foot inside the right thigh. Anchor the long leg, reaching to the sky with an inhale. Exhale, once again, come forward. But this time as you inhale, pull the hip back and the heart forward. And then keeping your gaze looking forward, just lower your chin right towards your shin. Perfect. Slowly release and take this long leg and swing it back behind you, or we will find a pigeon pose here. Sliding the hands back towards you, push the mat away and come nice and tall. Option to take that back knee, bend it and pull the foot towards you, reach back and grab it. And then come tall on your fingertips and look straight ahead. Create a bit of resistance here, pushing that foot right into that hand, opening the heart and gazing forward. Release the leg behind you. Move your hip towards that right side and bring the long leg back in front and bring both legs out. Staff pose once again, push the mat away, anchor down, lift tall, inhale, reach up, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, find space, exhale, let that nose and forehead drop. And then inhale, looking forward again, begin to rise, bringing the left foot inside the left leg. Sitting upright and tall, lifting to the sky, pull the toe towards you, exhale, reach forward. Inhale, hips back, heart forward, exhale, chin moves down. Your gaze stays forward. Bring yourself back to center and swing this back top leg all the way around you. Find pigeon pose. Sliding the hands back, lift yourself up nice and tall. Maybe move up to those fingertips. Adjust that front leg. If you can bend the back knee and pull the heel towards you, fantastic. Reach back for the foot. And then just create that resistance, a little bit of balance, a little bit of playfulness. And then releasing the foot, fall to your left and bring the back leg right back to the front. Well done. This time you're sitting down, your knees are bent. Finding a boat pose, let's go ahead and just fall back and lift your knees and your shins right off the floor, right here. And then figure out what works best for you today. A supported Navasana, bend or straighten, or full expression by just letting go and using the core to keep you in place for 5, or 4, or 3, or 2, or 1. Right leg crosses in front of the left, come all the way up and keep walking forward. Bowing the head towards the floor. And then coming back for Navasana boat pose number 2. Your boat pose. Fall back and choose. Wherever you go, we'll hold for 5, or 4, or 3, or 2, or 1. Left leg crosses in the front as you just walk forward and take that little deep stretch. And then rising back to center, place the feet on the floor in front of you, and then slowly roll all the way onto your back. Fantastic. Turning your body to face the front, maybe support your head and take your legs in Pilates position, out straight and stacked. Inhale, bring the top leg up with a point. Exhale, flex it and put it down. Inhale, point, exhale, flex and put it down. Inhale, point, exhale, flex and put it down. Inhale, point, flex and put it down. Inhale, point, flex and put it down. And then inhale, point, flex and put it down 2 more times. Inhale, point, flex and put it down. And inhale, point, flex and put it down. Well done. Pull the knee towards you, kick it out in front, and then push it back behind you. Inhale, kick, exhale, push. Create resistance, stay rooted right where you are. No body movement, just that leg. Pull in and kick and press back. Pull in and kick and press back. Reverse it. Pull it forward and then press. Pull it forward and then press. Pull it forward and press. And forward and press. And forward and press. Just 1 more. Right into those double toe taps. 2 front, 2 back. Tap, tap, and tap, tap. And tap, tap, and tap, tap, and tap, tap, and tap, tap. 1 more time. Tap, tap. Stacking your feet 1 on top of the other. Inhale, lift them both up. Exhale, put them down. Inhale, lift them up and put them down. Pull the heels back, lift the knee up, put it down and lift the foot. And knee and foot. And knee and foot. Once more. This time, toe to the floor behind you, knee to the floor in front. A larger range of motion. Just 2 more times. Last one. Bring the knee towards your shoulder and push it long. In and press. In and press. And in and press. And in and press. And in and press. 2 more times. Leaving it long. Stir the bubbles forward for 4, for 3, for 2, and backwards for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Pull the knee in, roll to your back. Cross this leg right over the other and pull the knee in. It's rock and roll, stay still, whatever suits your fancy here. Perfect. Bring the knees to touch, lift the head and shoulders off the floor. Right knee pulls in further, left leg extends, single leg extensions. Breathe in, exhale, pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch, and pull, pull, switch. Pull, 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 and pull, pull, and pull, pull for 4, and for 3, and for 2, and for 1. Bring both knees in and place your feet down. Open your knees, keep the soles of your feet together. Bring the interlaced hands behind your head. Pulse up for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 10 more. 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Touch back down, knees come to touch. Bring them in, roll yourself up and spin yourself around for the other side. Rolling back onto your back and then onto your side. Find it your Pilates position and root down. Pointing the top leg, lift up, flex it and put it down. Lift up, flex it and put it down. Lift up, flex it and put it down. Lift up, flex and put it down for 4 and for 3 and for 2. One more time, we'll pull the knee in and kick it out in front and press it back. Again, pull in and kick, resist it back. Keep the body still right where it is. Well done. And then just 2 more this way. And then 1 more and we'll reverse the direction. This time resist it, pulling forward, bend and press back. Pull forward, bend and press back. Pull forward, bend and press back, and pull forward, bend and press back. 2 more. Right into those double toe taps, 2 front, 2 back. 4, yes, and 3, and 2. 1 more time. Stacking those feet together, squeeze and lift just 2 times. Here's 1, and then here's 2. Bend the knees, pull the heels back, knee up, foot up, knee up, foot up, knee up, foot up. All right, let's change it up. Toe to the floor, knee to the floor, toe to the floor, and knee to the floor, toe to the floor, and knee to the floor. 1 more time, and then bring it to center. Let's pull it in and extend it, pull it in and extend it, pull it in and extend, and in and extend twice more. And as you extend it long, stir the bubbles forward for 4, for 3, for 2, and backwards for 4, for 3, for 2. Pull it in, roll to your back, and find your sleeping pigeon stretch. Fantastic. Bring both legs to the sky. Lift the head and shoulders, reaching for the right leg, lower the left to a hover. Breathe in, exhale, pull, pull, switch, 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 and pull, pull, switch for 4, and for 3, and for 2, and then 1 more time. Bring both legs up to the center and connect. Dropping the head and shoulders to the floor, bring the hands down. Feel free to move them underneath your lower back for a bit of support. Point your toes and anchor everything tight together from the inner thighs, the knees, the feet, everything is squeezed. Lower your feet about 1/3 of the way. Another 1/3. As you lower it to a hover, lift the head and shoulders and look at your feet. Make a little happy faces for 4, and for 3, and for 2, and then 1 more. Bring it right back to center and lift it all the way up and drop your head down. Lower your feet about 1/3, another 1/3 to a hover, and look at your feet and flutter pit for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1, and stop. Lift them all the way back up and drop the head and shoulders back to your mat. Lower about 1/3, another 1/3 to a hover, and look at your feet and scissor those feet for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put them back together, lift them all the way up, and drop that head and shoulders down. Last time here, lower 1/3, another 1/3 to a hover, look at your toes, circle right for 4, for 3, for 2, and left for 4, for 4, for 3, and for 2, and for 1. Lift them all the way back up, Bring your head and shoulders down. Brilliant. Release your hands, reach for the sides of your feet. Happy baby pose. Oh, rock on that spine. It should feel really good here. And then bringing the knees together, place those feet right down on the floor, hands by your side, roll your shoulders under, and let's inhale to a bridge pose. So lifting the upper body, bringing the lower body with it. Just lift the upper part of your side of your body. Once you've kind of stalled out here, we need to make room. So move those shoulders further underneath you. Dig down with the heels and lift the hips, the thighs, the belly, lift them up. Maybe grab the hands below you and push them down as your hips move up. Inner thighs are squeezing in towards each other. Perfect. Lift the heels off the floor. Stay this high and put them back down. And then lift the toes off the floor. Feel the extra squeeze and then place them down. Releasing your hands, your shoulders drop all the way down. Bring your knees to the right hand side and hold. And then just lifting them up, rolling over your feet to the other side. And as we prepare for our Shavasana, if you prefer to be facing one way or the other, just turn around. Sometimes we kind of just love our positioning on the mat in a certain way. Honor that, just let it be. And then bringing the knees back to center. Give the knees one last really big hug. Hug them in. And then let them slowly move down and out into your final Shavasana pose. So as you come into Shavasana, let the shoulders spread and soften. The hips, the weight distribute wide and down. Maybe create movement in the fingers and the toes for just a moment. And then settle into stillness and breathe in deep through the nose. And open the back of the throat and let that breath go out slow. Feeling the effects of that inhale and exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, breathe in. And then exhale, let it go. And then just let every thought kind of come and go, or keep it at bay. Just allow yourself this little bit of time for solitude and quiet. Begin to create a little movement. Let's prepare to come up. So knees in, move to the right. You know the routine. Take your time. When you are settled in easy pose, just bring the hands to the heart, as always, and bow your head. And as I was talking today about moving forward, here's a good word, a good little saying to leave us with today. Even though there are days I wish I could change some things that happened in the past, there's a reason the rear view mirror is so much smaller than the windshield. When you're headed, where you're headed is so much more important than what you've left behind. Namaste, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for being here.